First up to the cage, starting this card off, Mr. Brandon Ferguson.
And we're back, Curtsy.
And we are back from intermission. Welcome back to Colorado Combat Club 12. Coming here to you for the Sheath Underwear main card. This is Jordan Kurtz sitting to you alongside UFC middleweight Josh Fremd. As we await our first combatant to come to the cage, we have Brandon the Muscular Octopus Ferguson making his way to us right now. He comes to us by way of Vibrant Jiu-Jitsu as well as Tank Head Thai Boxing. He does his strength conditioning out of Warrior Performance and Nutrition. He is a veteran of the Colorado Combat Club cage. He's a jiu-jitsu and grappling wizard as a whole. He's sporting a 1-1 record. He is 33 years of age. He's going to be cornered tonight by Steven Martinez and Taylor Scherer.
Curtsy, I am a huge fan of Brandon Ferguson. I've seen him fight every single time out here at Colorado Combat Club. There he is with the patented Goku shorts. Coming out to this walkout music, he is pumped up and it's getting the people going around us.
It's provocative. It gets the people going. But he's also a guy who competed in the Shuto Pro Wrestling event that happened just a couple of months ago. So he's an all-around competitor within the combat sports scene, whether it's MMA, catch wrestling, shoe wrestling, jiu-jitsu, you name it, you're going to see his name on a bracket somewhere.
Oh, 100%. This guy is very talented on the ground. He says his favorite fighter is Shinya Aoki.
That's how you know that he's a purist.
A very big purist, yes. And he says his martial arts influence is, in fact, Goku. I love this dude.
How can you not? And just a great energy all the time.
His opponent making his way to the cage, Mr. MONTEZ.
Big pop from the crowd.
And Josh, part of why I was so excited when I saw this matchup from Rick Garcia on the card is that this is taking us almost back to 1993, where the UFC made its debut just 13 miles away from where we currently sit in the former McNichols Arena, aka Big Mac. You have, as we mentioned, Brandon Ferguson being the purest of the grappler, but now making his way to the cage, you have the mile-high menace, Nick MONTEZ, who is a knockout artist in the art of 8 limbs. Muay Thai specialist who is making his MMA debut tonight. This 25-year-old is coming out here with a big smile on his face, almost like the Joker, ready to commit massive violence and carnage in the cage.
And this is going to be a huge test for Brandon Ferguson. Nick MONTEZ is absolutely shredded. He's coming out here with a Muay Thai background, just looking to take your head off. And you know, he has one interesting, his favorite movie is Never Back Down.
And then the show Kingdom.
And the show Kingdom, yeah. 2 huge movies that influenced one huge movie and the show, which definitely influences a very aggressive lifestyle.
Absolutely. You know, as a whole, anything that Frank Grillo does when it relates to martial arts films and shows, I'm gonna watch it. Just because Frank Grillo himself is that damn good when he goes in there to portray. He's a guy who's a lifelong martial artist, and he knows how to portray our sport and our MMA lifestyle in the correct fashion.
100%. Curtsy, Nick MONTEZ is getting a huge pop from the crowd.
Absolutely. You know, every time that this kid fights here for the 5280 Muay Thai fight series, he packs the crowd, and you usually see a lot of people here in red and black here for Nick MONTEZ.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is a featherweight MMA bout. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the big new red and blue corner. He weighing in at already 144 pounds. He comes in with a record of 1 win and only 1 defeat. He represents Vibrant Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Tango Muay Thai. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Brandon, the Muscle Octopus Ferguson. Sheath Underwear red corner. He weighing in at already 145.2 pounds. He is making his MMA debut. He represents the Big Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you
Energy right there from the crowd for Nick MONTEZ.
In the cage, Mr. Joe Coca.
Third man in the cage, Joe Coca with the final rules.
I'm very interested to see how Nick Montez deals with the ground game of Brandon Ferguson.
Certainly. Now, Josh, Nick Montez is cornered by LT Smash Nelson, who just picked up a big win in the BYB bare knuckle. He's a guy who has as much experience as anybody on the Colorado scene, so I think he's going to have some good advice to be able to offer Nick in this situation. And I'll tell you this, when Nick touches people with big gloves, they go to a place where time doesn't exist. If he's able to uncork that right hand with small gloves, it might be a very, very tough night in situation for Brandon Ferguson.
100%.
As we thought, Brandon Ferguson has dropped down for the takedown multiple times already. He does not want anything to do with Nick Montez on the feet. Nick Montez, very strong in the hips and great with the sprawl, has not been able to fall victim of that takedown just yet. He is landing some strong knees to the body.
And Ferguson trying for the headlock, does not get it. Oh, we have Montez shooting in for a double leg.
That's a dangerous position right there.
Very dangerous with the
position with his
muscular
arms on the mat
octopus.
right there for Nick Montez. He's got enough space with the shoulders so far, and that's a good staple as he stepped over to the right side as Nick Montez stepped right over. He has Brandon Ferguson's right arm stapled down.
Going belly
Ferguson
down
transition
armbar.
over to the belly down armbar while still in the triangle.
Looks like Nick is okay for now.
Looks like he is okay for now, but you have Ferguson still continuing to try to find that angle. And he is able to get himself out. And now with Brandon Ferguson's face up against the fence, that is not a good position. A couple of big ground and pound strikes landed right there by Nick Montez, but he did fall right back down into a triangle. Now, Josh, if Montez is able to break free from this hold, I would like to see him have a little bit of fight IQ here, separate and stand
Just get
up.
away.
Get away.
Yeah, get away, make him stand up.
This is the one place that Brandon Ferguson can beat you. Do not stay there. That's what I would be offering if I'm in his corner. But Ferguson continuing to try to work from the bottom, whether it's working for legs, whether it's working for arms and triangle chokes. He's a dog himself. You can feel the vibration from those punches.
You can. He's making pure connection, and you can hear it in the ground.
Now that was almost a cage grab right there. Nick Montez is going to work right now from the top. Brandon Ferguson has to try to scramble to keep this fight going. Referee Joe Coca is on top of the action. And Brandon Ferguson is able to outlast that first round.
Now this is going to be interesting to see here, Curtsy. We just saw Nick Montez take a deep breath. Deep breath. Ferguson is used to this. We've seen in a lot of Ferguson's fights that his game is the ground. He does not want to stand up, and he's taken a lot of damage. I wonder how this second round is going to play out here. How is Nick going to come out this second round?
I'll say, though, just by looking at the body language over there on the stool, it doesn't look like Ferguson is shook right now.
Not at all. He's been there. He's been there, done that. Everyone's going to want to try and punch his face off. He's 33 years old. He's been doing jiu-jitsu for a very long time. I think he's very calm off his back with punches raining down.
Agreed, and that's kind of as we spoke to earlier, him being a jiu-jitsu guy, he's comfortable knowing that in the positions where he likes to fight from, he might wear a strike or two. But that's why we saw him active the entire time. He was engaging his hips and his lower body to try to minimize the damage when he could. Naturally, did he wear some thunderous strikes of that ground and pound? Yes, he did, but he's back there standing in the pocket ready to go for the second round.
Nick Montez coming out, pushing the pressure, taking the center of the cage, changing levels.
In Nick Montez's last Muay Thai fight, he did face a little bit of adversity in that fight, but then was able to come from behind and flat out knock his opponent.
Big right hand by Nick.
And just a bull of a strong kid. Pitbull pressure on top of him.
I don't
Referee
think
Joe
Ferguson
Coca
is
right
in
on
this
top of
right
it.
now.
That staple is a great position right there. Nick Montez waiting down with the ground and pound. Joe Coca is getting ready to potentially step in, but the muscular octopus just continues to scramble away. He has those long and lanky limbs that he figures a way to create just enough defense.
And it is all over! Nick Montez with a huge TKO.
The Mile High Menace.
And you said it, Curtsy, with those 4-ounce gloves, one shot is all it takes, and that is what started the beginning of the end for Brandon Ferguson.
Certainly, and you know what though? Brandon Ferguson can walk away with his head high from this fight.
100%. He hung in there tough.
And now we're about to make it official.
Steps in 1 minute and 5 seconds of the second round to crown your winner by TKO.
The Mile High Menace put on an absolute show for the fans in attendance, and he himself brought a massive crowd. We will hear from our winner, courtesy of our in-ring announcer, Aaron Burrell.
So, sir, I say welcome to the club first and foremost. It's been a pleasure. You fought for me at 5280 Muay Thai. Now you're making the transition all the way down to man. You have an amazing corner here with LT Nelson. I love to see your growth. I do gotta say, I saw them yelling at you. Stand up. What was the game plan here? I can tell that you changed the levels a lot, not letting him get that shot. You obviously had a game plan. What was it?
Well, my game plan was just to keep him standing, keep him on his feet, watch those takedowns, man. Brown Diamond was here, just see him, he's a badass. But, shit, once you get in here with me, we gotta figure out who's more badass.
So, I know it's pretty quiet here, and I can't hear a lot of the, I don't think we have any fans, but is there some people you'd like to thank? Is there some people you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my sponsors, Milk Family, helping me out. And I'd like to thank my family, friends, I couldn't lose it here with shot behind me.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Mr. Nick